CEO Brian Cornell opened the meeting by talking about the company's great commitment to diversity and inclusion. And it was clear from the beginning what he was talking about and why. Honestly, if I heard the word diversity or inclusion one more time by the end of the meeting, I think my brain was going to jump out of my head. I asked two very, very specific questions about their policy. The first dated back to May in an interview that Target CEO Brian Cornell did on CNBC.
Our company was one of the very first to use African American models in their advertising. And back then, it wasn't well received. We had a lot of tough feedback. But sitting here today, we know we made the right decision.
So I simply asked the question, Mr. Cornell, you drew this comparison. No one else did. So in your mind, is everyone who disagrees with you essentially the moral equivalent of the racists from the 1960s? Are they bigots? Am I a bigot? Are these millions of Americans bigots? Is that how you see them? And he didn't answer the question. He just gave me empty platitudes again about diversity and inclusion. So the takeaway from that is, of course he thinks we're all bigots. In response to another shareholder that asked about more directly the financial impact, because as I said, the stock price, if you look at it, the announcement was a little over 7 weeks ago, and a comparison of the stock price on that day and when I, last checked on Monday before I asked my question, the stock price had fallen 18%. The company claims, and this is like the whopper of the year, that there is zero correlation and zero financial effect on a company from their date of their announcement. I mean, that is economic ignorance of the highest order. If you think that this particular policy is wrong-headed, it offends your sensibilities, Target doesn't want you as a customer, Target doesn't want you as an investor, they are entrenched in their position, and that they think that you are less of a person than they are, that you are most likely a bigot because they wouldn't deny the fact that they think you're a bigot. Man, it just seems a strange position for a company to take to offend so many potential consumers, so many potential investors when the retail industry is very competitive and there's lots of different stores you can go to other than Target. They're not budging an inch on their position, and partly because maybe they think this is all the pushback that they're going to get and this is going to blow over. The back-to-school push is a huge thing for any retailer, and if there's some cause and effect with that, I think that the board of directors at some point would be derelict in their duty if the stock price and the foot traffic at the stores both continue to drop, of keeping this leadership team intact. And I think a protest timed to the back-to-school